Hi guys, Aceface back with another video for you, and I've got a video for you today that I've not really done for a while, and this is kind of on request, I suppose, more than anything, because a few people have said that you've missed this type of video and that you're still interested to see it. So ultimately I want to do things that you want to see, guys, so that's why I'm doing this video. So it's kind of a bit of a hobby update, which again is not something that you've seen from me for a while, but I'm going to show you through a little few sort of work in progresses, things that are going on, give you an update on what's going on generally, and hopefully it's of interest to you. If it's not, put it down in the comments. I'm really interested to hear, you know, if you like this sort of update, you like this kind of off the cuff general conversation, then I'm sure I can still squeeze them in. I really wanted to focus the channel a lot more on battle reports and tournament content, just because it's what I really love, and I kind of think that you guys like the same things. But if there is still a want and a desire to see sort of what's on my desk, what's going on, and you know, that's the sort of thing you're interested in, then I'm still happy to do those type of videos. Sorry, I'm perspirating a bit here, guys, because it is so damn hot. It's about about 30 here in the UK at the moment, which for us is crazy hot. But anyway, I digress. So what do I want to talk about? So first of all, bit of news. You'll see a funky little link in the description below, and it is the description and the link to my Patreon account. So I've kind of just chucked this in this video because I didn't want to make a big thing about it, because I'm still, as a lot of you know that I've spoke to you sort of you know, out of videos around this, it's something that makes me very nervous. So yeah, so I've kind of hesitated a bit in doing it. I've had this Patreon account open for ages, but I've just kind of not advertised it, not made a thing about it. But again, you guys that have met me at tournaments, that spoke to me, said, you know, yeah, why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? You know, I'd like to, you know, to contribute or what have you, which is absolutely touching. It's it bowls me over, because I never think that that's the sort of thing you guys are interested in doing. But there you go. So I suppose the main aim for me doing a Patreon account is not just to fill my pockets. You know, ultimately, this hobby and doing YouTube is not particularly well paid, as anybody would tell you, unless you're bringing in the mega views and the mega amounts of subs, which I'm not. I'm absolutely happy with where I am. But what I'd absolutely love to do is to remove all the adverts from my YouTube channel. And even though you don't make an awful lot of money from advertising from YouTube, it's still just enough to kind of trickle in that I will then put back into the hobby to show you guys more content. So if I was able to substitute that with Patreon funds, then it would mean I could remove those adverts, and that would ultimately be the aim. So all honesty, do I know when that will finish? No, I don't, because I don't know how long it would take to be able to substitute that amount of money. But if that comes, then you know, that's kind of the aim of this kind of journey, if you like. So if you're interested and you want to donate to the channel, everything that I get from a Patreon account will just go back into content for you guys, whether it's new models for you to see, you know, new stuff to go into tournaments, new, you know, painting, airbrushes, you know, whatever it might be. It's all content that I'm going to use for the hobby that I'm directly going to show you, whether it be, you know, new equipment for filming, new lighting, new boards, new scenery, whatever it might be. It's all stuff that hopefully will benefit you guys in the long run, and that's the plan for it. Nothing I will take from the Patreon account will just go for me to just go and buy drinks on a Friday night, or to, you know, to put school uniform on my kids for school. That's not what it's there for. It's literally there to kind of to put funds into the hobby so I can give you content. And if you don't want to, you absolutely don't need to. Nothing will change on the channel. There's no real special treatment for the guys that do decide that they want to. If anybody does decide they want to contribute, all you'll get, you know, is a thank from the bottom of my heart. I've put a few little sort of like fun perks and things on there, if I can remember rightly, but you know, they're nothing exactly special. So you know, there is absolutely no real big deal to either do or don't. But if you'd like to contribute to the channel, and you'd like to, you know, show your gratitude, if that's the word for it, then do it. If you don't, then absolutely cool. I just love the fact that you guys have subbed and that you guys watch this rubbish, and even if you haven't subbed, just by clicking that button to watch this for 2 seconds is absolutely all I'm looking for. So there is no pressure, and if I get absolutely not one person that puts a single penny into Patreon, I will still be just as happy as I am now, and nothing will change on the channel. But there you go anyway, guys. So that's me being really honest. I'm putting it out there. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, then I'm really sorry, because I've kind of really... It's been an emotional just to kind of say this to you, because I really... You know, it doesn't necessarily make me feel comfortable. You know, because I do this because I love it. But ultimately, that fund will help this hobby and will help this channel. So anyway, I've chatted about that long enough. I'm going to park that to one side, and then let's go on to just talking more stuff. So what's been going on, and if you're interested in just looking at models and you don't want to see me, don't worry, it's not going to be long until I show you some models and some stuff as well. So if you're interested in just seeing stuff, then that is absolutely coming, so hang on, guys. But anyway, so just a quick update on what's kind of going on. So we're well in the midst of the ITC season, and that's been a really big push this year. As you know from my commitment from the LVO, is that I really wanted to push the Tyranids through. So that's what we've been focusing on. So we went to the fantastic No Retreat event a while ago. I've just come back from the Greetings from the Warp event, which was amazing. You'll see an update on that coming very soon. Obviously we did our own tournament, which was, hopefully we'd have seen the video on, which was Northwest Open. We've got another one coming up. I've got Conflict in Norwich, which will be an awesome event, and another amazing No Retreat tournament in Gibraltar. So loads of stuff coming up, and I'm really focusing on trying to get as many points for the Tyranids as I possibly can, seeing just how high I can push myself on that world ranking for Tyranids. It's not going to be that high, but I'm going to do my best, and I'd love to kind of get in the top 5. That would be absolutely incredible. So that's the plan. So what else is happening? Well, we've got some more battle reports. So I've got an amazing battle report. Hopefully it will go up in the next couple of days. One of the funniest battle reports you're ever likely to see. I played a good friend called Sean, and he is hilarious. So, you know, if you like a little bit of banter, but also you like to see some really good quality battle reports, this one's one to watch. Hopefully it's got a real nice balance of quite a lot of banter, but actually, you know, two pretty... you know, competitive lists, really kind of, you know, going head to head. So it was a really good game, a lot of fun, and hopefully you'll enjoy that, and that'll come up in the next couple of days. As I said, there'll be a recap video on a tournament I went to in Portsmouth, a tournament I went to, which from the Greetings from the Warp guys. So that's coming up soon as well. So loads of content there. But anyway, without any more chatting and just talking nonsense, I'm going to go and have a little scan over, and you can have a look, see what I've been working on. So I'll see you in a second. Right guys, so what I've been working on, a few bits and pieces. So we'll start off with this guy, he's all finished. So this is a conversion that I've done for my World Eaters army. And this is the kind of chaplain guy you get out of the box set, but I've given him one of the funky Red Butcher axes, and given him one of the veterans helmets. So yeah, but really pleased with how he's came out. Lots of, hopefully you can see there, lots of sort of chipping effects, and we've gone for, you know, real vivid and, you know, quite harsh chipping effects. Gone for some sort of little corrosion and some damage, you know, gone for a little glow effect, which hopefully you can kind of pick up on here. Maybe not, I don't Yeah, sort of purpley glow on there. I went for a purple because I thought rather than go for the blue, because there's the blue in the World Eaters himself. We turn him around. I decided to go for a bit of freehand on the back. You know, just trying to push myself, and got some blood stains and all sorts of funky going on that's on the back there. But yeah, really pleased with how he came out. You know, it gives me a kind of a, I suppose, an HQ for my World Eaters at the moment. So yeah, pleased with how he came out. I'm going to put him to one side. We'll have a look at what else is going on. So as you can probably see coming into sight, you can see the actual red butchers themselves. Let's try and see whether we can focus in on this guy. There we go. So again, hopefully the camera's picking up the amount of detail that we've put in. Worked quite a lot on his face. Quite pleased with how that's come out. I think that's it's looking pretty nice. Let's see if we can move the camera a little bit, give you a better view. There we go. So yeah, pleased. Got the nice shadowing in. Got his sort of his dreadlocks in there. Wow, I'm all out of focus. This is bad. Yeah, so pleased with how he's gone. Again, you know, I've gone with a kind of less is more. They've got a lot of blood on them, but they're not overkill. I cannot stand the two things that I hate seeing from World Eaters. Is I hate seeing them so dirty you can't even see the highlights. That's one thing, and I also hate them absolutely covered in blood, that they're so far covered in blood it just looks ridiculous. So that's my personal preference. Everybody's entitled to do their World Eaters however they want, but in my preference I don't really like that as much, so I've gone for this sort of style. I've got one more guy that's also finished. Let's bring him up here. Let's see again. Having a bit of problems with lighting today, guys. Right, let's see if we can get good. Let's get a good zoom on this guy and see whether you can get an idea on how he's looking. So let's go a little bit closer. Well, that's probably a bit better. So yeah, you can see him there. Again, same sort of thing. Nice sort of weathering around the legs. A little bit of blood, but not going too over the top, not taking away all the detail and the work that I've done. Potentially the camera doesn't necessarily do it absolutely justice. There's a hell of a lot of highlights going in there, an awful lot of work on all the metallics and everything, and you can see the other guy coming into focus there. So there's those two guys. We've got the other ones that are, you know, work in progress. You can see the various different stages. We've got that guy, got this guy that's a little bit further. We've got this guy here that's in between, so you can kind of see what's going on there. So they are my red butchers, very much a work in progress, but very pleased with how they're coming along. What else have we got? So that's what I've been spending probably most of my time on. But I've had a few other bits and pieces going on. So we've got the next sort of ones, I suppose, which are the Rampagers. Lovely, lovely models. Really nice. Love all the weapons. So we've got those. I've started working on all of their bases. So that will need now dry brushing over and then putting all my weather pigments on. But they're looking pretty cool. I've done another conversion on this one. So you can see he's also got a big axe as well, because World Eaters need a big axe. So we've got him, and then we've got the big man. Well, not quite the big man, but the second big man. Let's bring him in. We've got Khan the Betrayer, or Khan the Bloodied, whatever he's called in 30k. But yeah, I thought it was quite fitting to be on. Look at that. Well, his head's falling off. That's nice, isn't it? So yeah, I thought quite fitting as we're starting to see pictures of the new Khan model. I thought, let's get this guy on camera. So I've put him all together. He's got all the bits still sort of, which I'll show you in a second. But we've got the piece here that goes on the front of his base that kind of covers around, sort of like that. So that'll go on there. Got obviously his shoulder pads. And interesting enough, what I've done is I've magnetised him. So you can have him in both ways. So we've got obviously the masked one. It's a tiny little magnet. I mean, it fits there quite nicely. It's not going to go anywhere generally. So So yeah, so we've got that one, but then he can have his bear head, as I said, just a tiny, so from what you can see, there's like a little pin on there, and then again that just fits on. You can position his head however you want. And then with his axe, if you don't want Gorechild and you're playing him with Angron, I've got Cutter all magnetised, so we can just pop it on there, turn it round, however you want to have it anyway. So there's Cutter. So yeah, so I cannot wait to paint this guy. A little bit intimidated because I want this guy to be the absolute best. My World Eaters are my best work to date. When you see them in person, you know, you can see the extra love and affection that they've had, and I'm really, really pleased how they're coming out. The army's coming together really, really well. But obviously Khan's a central piece in the army, and I absolutely want him to look fantastic. So I suppose I'm a little bit nervous about starting on him, but there you go. So that's Khan. Let's move him off the way and show you something else. So what else have we got going on? So I did a Demon Prince. Let's zoom him back out because he's a little bit bigger. So we've got this cool looking Demon Prince. It's a conversion that I did. I did it for a buddy who needed it for a tournament. Really, really impressed with how he came out. He's got this kind of juggernaut head on him. He's got like this really kind of cool conversion on the back, which gives kind of this kind of domed head. I've gone for this real kind of almost Assassin's Creed-esque blade shooting out from his wrist, which I love, with the blood speckers on it. Nice blend on the wings on the back. I like this kind of orangey fiery feel rather than necessarily the red on everything. And he's got a really cool base. Now I didn't do the base, but the guy that he was using it did the base, and obviously after that he was stuck to the base, so I got the base as well. So he's got a really nice sort of rusticy base on him as well. So I have no place for this in my Khorne army, so he is going up for sale. I've not put him on eBay. I put him on one of the trading sites a while ago, but I haven't really done much more than that. If you are interested in taking this guy off my hands, I'm more than happy to ship him anywhere in the world, as long as, you know, the buyer pays for the postage. You know, just if you're interested, give me a shout. You know, I'm not 100% sure how much I would let him go for. You know, he's a really nice quality finish on him. But if you're really interested in having him in your Chaos Space Marines or in your Demons army, then please do, you know, contact me, and we'll see whether we can come up with something and get this fella out to you. So that's that guy. And then what else we got? Let's go on to one of, as I break everything, one of my most favourite things I've been doing at the moment. So because I'm going to No Retreat 3, and because the standard painting is absolutely so amazing, what I really wanted to do was I wanted to try and up my game with my Tyranids. So, and being inspired by my good friend Sarah, who's obviously painting another Hive Tyrant for me, who was the original creator of Hive Fleet Voro, and she's asked whether she could paint something, so how could I turn that down? So I wanted to try and do something again around that same sort of, to my absolute best of my ability. So I've upped my game. I've used everything that I've learnt really in the last sort of year or two, and I've pulled it out of the bag to really come up with absolute vividly beautiful striped Hive Tyrant with all the detail. So I don't know whether you can see it as clearly as I'd like you to, but the stripes themselves, and I said the light I don't think absolutely does it justice, but there are loads and loads of layers into getting that really bright vivid stripe nicely blended in. It doesn't, you know, it just works perfectly. And I've also this guy's got like a, almost his face has been shot out, so he's got like a almost like pussy slimy side to his face, almost like a bullet hole. I've gone for like a purpley tongue because that's how she did hers. And I think it does break things up a little bit. And then we've repainted everything. We've gone for, rather than just greening everything out, I've gone for the centre line in the grey. You know, I've made sure the grey's a little bit crisper, the highlights are a bit brighter on there. We've got his wings. bring his wings in for you so you can see his wings. Again, whether you can see, because it's deciding it's not going to focus. But you can see there, you can see all the highlights on the grey. I've done all the little boned areas down the wings, which I normally just spray all green, so I've taken it to another level there. I've made sure the blend is really smooth, which it is. There's some imperfections in it just where this is an old model that's been stripped a couple of times. It becomes harder and harder to get everything out, but really incredibly pleased with how those wings came out. And there's quickly the other one. So yeah, so the plan is to obviously get some more Tyranids to this kind of level, ready for no retreat. So I've been doing a little bit of that when the World Eaters get a bit too much for me. So that's been kind of a bit of a side process. And I've also, you know, so I've started playing my more Gaunts and Tervigans. So most of my Tervigans, I mean, this one, to be fair, is one that I got from eBay. It happened to be in roughly my colours, so he kind of stayed like that. You know, but it kind of gives you an idea of basically a lot of my Gaunts are absolutely really basic. They're a bit better than this because generally they're dry brushed up to a lighter colour. They've got a little bit of green on them, but basically that's my kind of Gaunts. So what I wanted to do was again see, and this is probably unrealistic because I've got so many, and you need so many for the list that I'm going to be taking, but I actually wanted to see whether I could push a Gaunt in a relatively short period of time and see what sort of quality I could come out with. And this, again, you're not really going to see it. This popping down and zoom in, that works better. Hopefully you can get an idea. Can you see him? Come on, zoom in for me. Hopefully you can get a rough idea, but excuse me, I've gone for, again, relatively really quite clean stripes. Really quite bad focus. It's terrible. There you go, you can probably see a bit better without the light glaring off it. But some really vivid sort of stripes. I've not worked on his skin really, just kind of worked on the shell to see whether I could get the shells looking a little bit better. And I can, but it's whether realistically I can get enough of them done to make them look, you know, uniform for the tournament. It might not happen. We'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, that's potential. And I think that is about it. So yeah, so loads going on the channel, loads going on in the world for me. So all exciting stuff, all working towards obviously Vegas 2017. Can't wait, it's going to be great. Also working towards the next tournament that I'll be running up at Wargames, which will be the Last Chance Open. If you're interested in buying your ticket for that, we have a feeling they could sell out pretty quickly this time. There's been an awful lot of interest after, you know, the success of the first tournament. We can only take up to a maximum of 60 players. So if you sort of see this and you think, oh, I really wanted to go to the Northwest Open, but I missed out because it just, you know, timings didn't work out for me, and you really want to make sure you want to secure your place before the rush happens, then again, if you want to contact me, I can probably put you in touch with Martin and we can get you a ticket sort of as soon as possible. Tickets are almost certainly going to be £60 again, but if you're interested, then by all means hit me up and we'll see whether we can put you in touch with and get yourself a ticket before the rush. The page, Facebook page, this time we'll try and link it directly through Wargames, but that should come up in the next few days, so look forward to that when it comes up, and I'll look forward to hopefully seeing loads more of you guys in January. The tournament date will be January the 14th, 15th I believe, or 13th, 14th, one of the two. It's that weekend. So again, if you're interested, great opportunity, give me a shout and we'll see what we can do. But anyway guys, as I said at the start of this video, if this sort of video really doesn't interest you and you just want to see battle reports, then, you know, just tell me. That's absolutely no problem at all. If you've missed this sort of video and you like just to listen to a bit of chat and sort of see what's going on, then let me know. But until the next video, thanks again for watching guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.